Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Olympus Orb Pendant. This is the 131602. Awesome fixture. So let's get into details on this. This is the body of the fixture when it's independent of what it's hanging from. It's called the body of the fixture. That's going to be 31 inches round. So 31 inches high, 31 inches in diameter. So it's a very good size. When we get into overall height, we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself, and that's going to be using Hubbardton Forge's rod system. So they have a patent on this whole telescoping rod system, kind of like umbrella handles that telescope. So you have a smaller rod telescoping into a bigger rod. Where they come together is called a clutch, and there's a little set screw right here. So this can go up and down during your installation. You're going to be able to set this when you're ready with a little screw right here and a little tiny tool that's going to come with it. Tighten that up and it's going to lock it right into place. Cut your wires and you're good to go. Leave a little extra wire in the ceiling just in case you guys ever want to make this a little longer or move it to another place where you do need it to be longer. So let's get into those adjustable ranges. Actually, the first one is fixed. You'll see the pull down menu up there says choose your length. So, and this encompasses the whole thing, don't forget, bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself. So the short's going to be a fixed of 40.3 inches from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling. Standard is going to be 46.1 to 54.6. After that you have the long, it's going to be 56.1 to 74.1. If you need this to be shorter than the short, can't go dramatically shorter, but might be able to do a little shorter as a custom, or longer than the long, which is going to be easy. Send me an email and say I'm looking at the 131602 and I need it to be X long, and that X long could be let's say 38 inches overall height or 96 inches overall height. I send, and it has to be a solid number. I take your email, I send it over to Hubbardton Forge. It goes through the customs department, through a few engineers. They're going to come back to us with an answer. If it's on the longer side, it'll be a range, an adjustable range that will encompass the number you're talking about. If it's going to be, if they allow me to do shorter than the short, it's going to be a fixed height, so just remember that. Adds a little time and money, but we do customs all the time. It's very, very easy. Okay, getting into what's on top of this, it's going to be using a 6.6 inch round canopy. It's going to go over your standard junction box. This is coming in at 33 pounds. So anything over 25 pounds, Underwriters Lab suggests that we should tell you to attach this to a structure of your building. Very important. This is slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. There is a knuckle right here on the top of this that you can barely see that allows us to bend just like that. So we have you covered with slope. That's not a problem at all. Or obviously flat, which is even easier. Let's get into how this is made. So what you have are a whole bunch of these hand-hammered, hand-forged rings that are basically all welded together to make this orb. Inside of it you're going to have these beautiful pieces of hand-blown glass in Hubbardton's opal, which I'll get into a little later in the video. And inside of these, what you're going to have are the Hubbardton, well, they say it's a halogen fixture, but in reality you can put LEDs in this. We'll talk about that in a sec. So you're going to be shipped, they're going to be shipped with, how many do you have? You've got 6 of these, quite a few. And they're going to be maxing out at 40 watts for the halogens. That's what's going to be coming with it. G9s have these little prongs on the bottom. They just push right in, super easy. And you remember, with halogen bulbs, you never use your hands to handle a halogen bulb. Use a little tissue, because halogens don't like oil from your hands. They diminish the life of the bulb. If you guys want to do LEDs, and I got a ton of them right here, not a problem at all. So just go on the internet and go onto Google, and you can go into 1001 bulbs or Amazon. Put in G9 LED. So a G9 is the socket. That's this guy right here. And that's the base, just like we saw a second ago. So these are all kinds of different LEDs, put that down for a second, that exist for this socket. So these are just a few of them that exist out there. This is a phosphorus one. You see there's a pad in there that's orange, that's phosphorus, and that glows beautifully. These are cob LEDs. I kind of like these better. I think they last longer. They look like corn cobs, and they even have LEDs on the end of them. This is probably a 60 watt equivalent, maybe a 75 watt, I can't really remember. I think I got this on Amazon. This I use all the time because it's very squat. There's a lot of room in that piece of glass, so don't be afraid to go on the longer side. So you can, and the longer it is, the more power you're going to get out of it, the more lumens, don't forget. So anyway, when you're looking at these, there's no limit as far as wattage goes. It's really, can the bulb get safely into the glass? And the glass on these will easily accept any of these. And I talk a lot about the color of light coming down. So we know this is 3000 Kelvin, which is a warm white. That's kind of what I prefer. Some of you guys are going to like that cooler daylight. That's that bluer light. When you're out shopping, just do me a favor, look at the chart. And it doesn't matter if you're online or in a store. The chart's going to show you where that bulb, the one you're looking at, is going to be in the spectrum. So 2700 Kelvin, 3000 Kelvin, that's warm light. 3000 Kelvin is what you're going to find mostly out in the marketplace. And that's the light that's coming down on me. If you guys like that whiter, bluer light, like daylight outside, that's going to be 4000, 5000, 6000 Kelvin, and it's going to be over here on the scale. Just remember that. This is going to be shipping on a pallet, so you just keep that in mind. Like I said, 33 pounds, but the fact that it's going on a pallet means it's going on a truck, and it's one of those items that's non-returnable. So it's really important to get all your details set up ahead of time, and it's easy to do if you just contact me. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video, so it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.